Started in the year 2015, which means that
At ELSA, we draw inspiration from nature's design to create technology that sees beyond boundaries. Established in 2015, our business today spans on 4 key areas: oil field services, engineering and robotics, digital transformation, and talent solutions. Together, these form the foundation of ELSA, an integrated partner committed to progress and innovation. Our oil field services form the backbone of our expertise, driving discovery, performance, and sustainability across every phase of an oil field's life cycle. From subsurface geoscience to production optimization and well integrity, our teams help clients unlock new reserves, maximize hydrocarbon production, and extend asset life, all while keeping sustainability at the heart of everything we do. Innovation is more than invention, it's intelligence in motion. We combine advanced robotics, precision engineering, and data-driven insight to transform how industries operate, enhancing safety, minimizing risk, and optimizing performance. Through close collaboration with our technology partners, we deploy cutting-edge autonomous systems that inspect, monitor, and protect vital assets across air, land, and sea, ensuring accuracy and reliability at every level. Whether through drones performing structural or thermal inspections above, 4-legged robots navigating complex terrains, or UVs exploring the ocean floor, every movement is guided by purpose and driven by profits. The future of business lies in digital transformation, a journey where innovation meets intelligence and data drives every decision. We empower organizations to evolve, connecting technology, processes, and integrating people into a seamless digital ecosystem. From network modernization and cybersecurity to AI-driven learning and cloud computing, we build the systems that drive smarter, safer, and more sustainable operations. Behind every breakthrough, every innovation, and every solution are people. Our talent solutions connect expertise with opportunity. We help organizations build high-performing teams and ensure businesses have the right talent at the right time to succeed in today's evolving business landscape. Driven by innovation, guided by integrity, empowered by purpose. ELSA, transforming tomorrow, building a better future through technological excellence.
Two, one, please launch the IPO prospectus. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, ELSA Berhad. As we have known, 16th of June 2026, the 666, we are stepping into Bursa Malaysia on the ACE market. Thank you and congratulations to ELSA Berhad. And ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to ELSA Berhad for the successfully launched prospectus.
For joining us today for your interest in ELSA Berhad. This morning, the prospect, not this morning, just now, the launch marks is of important milestone for us, of course, as we move closer to become a public listed company. Of course, that also means more pressure coming to us to perform better. ELSA has grown over years, into the integrated oil and gas service provider, and our business actually cover 4 key segments. Right? 4 key segments. First is the upstream oil field services. The second is the talent solution, then digital solution, and robotic engineering solution. As we prepare to enter the public market, and we believe it's important for the media and the investing public to understand ELSA and beyond just one business segment. Our role is to support our customer in the energy sector through the technical expertise, project execution, digital capability, and robotic solution. We are also mindful that becoming a listed company brings greater responsibility, of course. Our focus will remain on the execution, transparency, governance, and a long-term value creation. Today's session is an opportunity for us to share more about our business and our IPO plan and the future direction as we welcome your question. Thank you again for joining us today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Daniel. I think we can immediately proceed with the Q&A. After that, we can go for our lunch. Can I have the first question?
Hi, Shah is from Sinju. We have noticed ELSA's past 3 years, the revenues is increased, okay, but the PAT is stuck at around 10 billion, and the PAT margins have been dropped. So may I ask, what could be the reasons for this?
Okay. Thank you for your question. Actually, if you look at the PBT, you still look at PAT. If you look at the PBT, we actually are growing even 2025 over 2024. We're actually growing. Our PBT, even our gross profit is 25, become 29, yeah? The gross profit. And the PBT actually also from I think from 13 to 16. So it's actually growing, yeah, actually growing. But what actually happened is that in 2024, there is a bit of tax adjustment concern. There's one segment of IT equipment supply where we capture the revenue over the contract period, but our tax authority think that it should be captured immediately. So that means there was some tax adjustment in 2025 to reflect that. But if you look at PBT level, and it obviously is increasing. Of course, also in 2025 we have hired a few more senior staff, and that also brought a lot of cost to us as well, yeah, on the admin side. So you are right. It doesn't look going up significantly. If you look at the PAT level, if you look at the PBT level, you actually are on uptrend, yeah. And yes, we understand that the margin it should be higher. Currently, we are working quite aggressively on the robotics segment, and that actually gives us a very healthy margin. So we look forward to this year and years to come. We improve margin as well. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So how important is robotics and the AUV to ELSA's future?
Yes, definitely it's very important. I think we have a very important breakthrough last year, where, as I mentioned just now, we conducted a first in Malaysia, probably first in Asia as well, underwater drone. Yeah? So traditionally they do in a different approach. They use the ROV in the vessel, which is very costly and very time consuming. Our new game changer is we launched a drone. The drone can actually dive about 10 kilometers under the sea before we come out for charging. So it's a completely game changer. So not only that, we are also exploring a new opportunity with new technology for vertical. Just now, pipeline is a horizontal, right? So you check pipeline, but we have an opportunity to venture into a vertical structure inspection as well. Malaysia have 12,000 kilometer pipeline. Yeah? There's a lot of pipeline built over the last 40 years. And many of them aging. They are more than 30, 40 years. But why oil company didn't do inspection in the past? Because it's very costly, take a lot of time. So they only come to inspection in a situation, very important situation, or they have problem, or the pipeline leaking, then they go and check. So that's opened up a lot of opportunity for us. We are just doing a pilot project last year, about 150 kilometers. We should be doing about 1,000 kilometers this year, versus 12,000 opportunity. And on top of that, the vertical structure, the platform, if you know the platform, right? It's about 400 to 500 platform in Malaysia. And again, there's also opened up a lot of opportunity. So we are excited about the opportunity to grow for robotic, and we're also doing a lot of drone inspection. Our drone is quite interesting in a way that we are not just simply normal drone. We do the camera. We actually have a sensor. We can actually monitor the. Nowadays because of the ESG, right? There's a very strong drive toward greenhouse gas monitoring. So our drone services is actually expanding as well. But of course, there's a lot of opportunity for a drone outside oil and gas as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Jocelyn from The Edge. Congratulations on the launch of your prospectus today. I would like to ask, just to clarify that, as you're saying that you're planning to, in your speech that you said that digital and robotic solutions potentially open the biggest opportunity outside oil and gas. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so as you know, we are very much in oil and gas ecosystem now, for the last 8 or 9 years. And as you probably know, digital solution is actually not limited to oil and gas. Right? Digital can be any industry, finance, healthcare, logistics, aviation. Every industry needs digital, but we have not actually tapped into that segment yet. As our e-learning actually offering some services to outside oil and gas already since the last couple of years. We do, the conventional training take a lot of manual, right? You have the classroom, but because of COVID, the industry is changing. There's a lot of online going on. So we are, one of our core in our digital is the convert the normal training to e-platform. So that means the trainee can do the training in any time, anywhere, 24/7 through the platform. So we have done quite a number of this kind of e-learning for our customers who are not in oil and gas. Not in oil and gas. I'm not sure I should mention the name or not. Hopefully, it's not an issue. People like Iceland or some of the banking, we have actually doing that as well. So we see there's a lot of opportunity in that area, right? And the robotics is not just about oil and gas, right? There's a lot of opportunity outside. So yes, today 95% of our business is pretty much oil and gas. But if you look down the horizon, I think we have the opportunity to tap into those areas which is not our core. Of course, it takes resources to go there, right? So I think we are excited about it.
Thanks. And as also as in the prospectus, it's highly dependent on projects by Petronas. Given gas volatility prices because of the geopolitical tensions, has this affected your order intake or project timelines at all?
I think myself and Jiamei have been around for a long time in the industry, and we've seen 4 or 5 cycles over the last 30 years. What is interesting is our business asset light. Asset light meaning that we don't buy in, if you know a lot of Malaysian players, I don't need to mention the names, but most of them are in the vessel business. They have a lot of heavy asset, that means they have a lot of debt. So when the customer cut down that operation, it hit quite badly. But the good thing about we don't have those assets because we are very much technology and knowledge driven. Partly because of my background, I have been working for all the international, the global 3 players in the past, right? So my background has always been engineering, knowledge, technology driven, rather than asset driven. So I think if you look into that aspect, I think the segment that we are in is very much technology, knowledge driven, and low capex and hard entry. So you need the knowledge, right? The other side is the highly capital intensive, right? You need to buy a vessel, all these things, and also easy entry. Anybody have money to buy the vessel, you're in that industry, but you might not able to do what we are doing because of I'm a petroleum engineer, right? So I'm in that segment. So I think the business segment is quite different from there. So the downturn actually is not really affected much to us. And also we focus a lot on production optimization. Production optimization meaning that how to squeeze more oil out. So it doesn't matter oil price up or down, they need to produce oil. But the one that hit hard is when the oil price down, the exploration part, the drilling new well will reduce. And so that's not really affecting us that much. I think at this moment, the oil price is on the uptrend. If you speak to me in 2015, it's on the downturn. So I think with our digital and robotic, I think we are well diversified. Yeah, well diversified. If you know MPRC, I just mentioned this now, it's a Malaysian Petroleum Resources Corporation. The CEO was here. They have an aspiration to encourage the oil and gas player to diversify. I think we already diversified long before that. Yeah. So, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Edwin from Gilead Asia. So, given that you mentioned about the good opportunity and potential growth on the robotic and digital solutions, can we know what is the current adoption rate of this particular robotic and digital solution among the oil and gas player in Malaysia? And moving forward, how do you actually intend to scale this adoption post-listing? That's my first question. So also regarding the robotics and digital solution that you saw actually primarily via one-off projection integration or contracts, or is there any recurring kind of service to maintain your ongoing revenue? Yeah.
Okay.
That's all my question.
Yeah. Thanks. Good afternoon. Spending the time with us. So the robotics was very much set up in 2022 when we decided to launch this business. And when we talk about the promising underwater vehicle solutions that was being portrayed in the prospectus, we first got the project in 2024 December. It's a pilot, and subsequently we have secured, and also we have also declared that contract. We have secured a 3 years Petronas Malaysia countrywide contract in November 2025, right? That comprised of 4,000 kilometers of pipelines as opposed to the total pipelines in Malaysia, which has around 12,000 kilometers, right? Yeah. So we have already got the contract long-term for 3 years to perform up to 4,000 kilometers of pipelines out of the 12,000 kilometers of pipelines in Malaysia. And then we talk about, as we speak, we talk about how we approach the second, third, fourth largest oil and gas companies in Malaysia. Ongoing activities are happening in engaging them, in securing and promoting that technology to them. And it makes sense because it saves them time, cost, is efficient for them, and most importantly, is very much contributed to meeting sustainability KPIs, as we are using much smaller vessel, we are using shorter time, and all of these are key KPIs, probably not in Malaysia, but to Petronas, to big companies like Shell, ConocoPhillips, they comply to these kind of net zero kind of goals in the coming years, right? So they look at emissions are very important, and our technology fit in that environment. So what I really want to say is that the technologies that we have successfully deployed and secured long-term contract would make us be sustainable, recurring for at least the next 3 years. That has not been taken account of the remaining market share, which we don't see any competitor at this junction in this region. Okay, so that I hope I address your question. Digital. Okay, digital side.
Yeah, digital.
It's a combination of robotic and digital.
Yeah, I mean on the digital side, we have more advanced inroads compared to robotics. We started off in 2020 our digital business. There are about 25 active oil and gas companies operating offshore, whether they are exploration or production. Doesn't matter, right? They need IT solutions, right? Yeah. We found a niche positioning among the oil and gas customers in digital since 2020, and today we have inroads to 70% of those customers. A lot of these projects is a combination of recurring and once-off. For example, recurring would be more of like software and technical services, technical support on the IT solutions. Once-off are talking about technology refresh. They want to buy new sets of laptops, or they want to set up a new sets of storage, right? Yeah. So it's very hard to estimate it's very hard to classify what kind of model we have, but it's a combination of both recurring and case-by-case basis kind of project in the digital segment. There are 7 key customers among the 25 oil companies that are currently, we are currently supporting them in very wide scales of different IT digital solutions. Okay.
Your digital solution, right? Do you actually partner with someone else to
Yes.
join to fulfill the
Yeah, we do. When we talk about applications and software, we will actually bring in technology, application software technology from overseas or even in Malaysia. We will integrate that with our technical services and provide and pursue such contracts with the customers, right? Yeah. Of course, we have also declared that in when we were preparing for the prospectus. Example, there are one of these multi-million contracts that we secure for 5 years with Petronas. Is a combination of software originating from the US, but the technical services, the implementations is all done locally by the team, right? So we rely on partners, yes. There are instances where even when we talk about refreshing end-user computing, a customer place an order, a contract to purchase and upgrade 2,000 units of their workstations, laptops, and things like that. So it's not just about buying them. Of course, we buy from Dell, HPE, with the distributors like VS Tech, M-Link. So these are really the key technology partner. But the implementations of the software, installation, startup, commissioning, testings, those are part of the parcels of our services that makes customers award the kind of contracts, right? Yeah. So yes, we do work a lot with technology partners, aligned to what was presented by Daniel earlier during the prospectus launch, and we try to be adaptive, flexible in approaching our customers' challenges. Yeah. More questions?
Thank you, Daniel. I would just like to ask about ELSA's outlook for this year in the event of a prolonged conflict that may affect the oil and gas sector further, may squeeze margins of Petronas. How is ELSA geared to mitigate any further margin pressures?
Actually, the current conflict is positive to the industry. Yeah? Positive in a way that the whole society and the whole world suddenly wake up that we cannot live without oil. For the last many years, because the ESG message has been so strong that people thought we can live with only solar and but if you understand the energy transition, you will see that oil and gas is going to continue to be very important component in that energy transition. So currently, I think the world is losing about 20 million barrel of oil because of the Hormuz Strait has been shut down, right? I think as we speak, it's becoming more and more squeezing now because I just read yesterday they say Europe might be running out of oil within the next couple of weeks. Yeah? So I think the pressure is on. But that actually giving us a lot of opportunity because that means people need to squeeze more oil out, need to produce more oil now, right? So there's a lot of activity picking up now, right? I spoke to even Hibiscus as well. There's a lot of positive in them to speed up, accelerate their operation and project as well. So I think conflict in this sense is actually positive to us. Yeah, so I look into it. Yeah.
But also, one last question is just on your contract value. So about 265 million is firm.
Yeah.
Of the remainder of the 636 million, are the contracts confirmed or are they subject to recall?
Yeah. Okay. So out of the 636 remaining contract value, 265 million are firm orders that we already have. The remaining 370.6 million are the contract value that is balanced after we have already invoiced, to the customers, right? And that would be subject to issuance of new orders, subject to demand and request. And of course, with the recent conflict in the Middle East, I think oil companies are intensifying their productions, right, to meet with the inflations and increase of oil prices, right? So we see that the utilizations of the remaining contract value is very highly probable. Yeah.
Right, which you can say that demand is expected to pick up in
Yeah.
the coming months.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Thomas from Malaysia News Channel. The oilfield service solutions revenue has been flat for 2024 and 2025. Do you foresee that the talent solutions and robotics engineering solutions revenue to be the main growth drivers in 2026 and beyond?
The wealth services and the oilfield services, yes. Next page. Yeah. Okay. So
Blue is the oilfield.
all right. So it might look a little bit flat. Actually, there's a lot of opportunity we're pursuing. Yeah. There's an opportunity we're pursuing. We are actually step up to the value chains to go into a bit more high value project. And as for I think definitely robotic will be a core group over the next couple of years. It's hard to say actually if you look it down here. Yeah, of course, we might get one or two big projects on oilfield services if we just pump up the numbers. But as for now, I think we're having a very much a breakthrough, also big demand in our robotic services. Robotics is still quite small because it's only having a breakthrough last year. Yeah, I think the growth is obviously from 2 million become 20 million is a big growth. Right? But I think what John just mentioned is about 3 years contract. A lot of new customers we're engaging, also have serious interest. So robotic growth is definitely one of the very important growth. Oilfield services, I think that's our core, our bread and butter. And as we speak, we actually pursue quite a number of very high value projects. We will see how it goes. Talent solution is that's where we're doing quite well actually over the last couple of years. I think we're becoming a trusted partner to almost our customer over the last couple of years. We don't do the technician or operators. Our talent actually are all high end, all professional level. And I think client trusted us very much on providing that as well. So it is a strong growth, even though personally I would like not too strong because there's a lot of cash intensive there, right? But digital is an area we really want to grow. Yeah. My vision, my feeling is if I can, I want to see digital robotic become 50% of a group in the very near future, right? Because I feel I have a very strong feeling that robotic and digital should be the future growth, not just oil and gas, but outside oil and gas. Yeah. So I'm quite excited about that. Yeah.
Back to the question just now, the price of oil is hovering around 100 per barrel. Would that have a direct or indirect impact on ELSA bottom line in 2026?
The oil price might hit 150 soon if the war is not end soon. Okay, but the oil and gas company are very happy even the oil price at $80. Yeah, at $80 they're very happy with it because 60 is a bit struggling. 80 they're very happy. So anything above 80 is just big bonus. So there will be intensive pickup on activities. And definitely will give us a lot of boost up as well. We have already getting some inquiry for the last couple of weeks as well. They need more people, they need more operation support as well. So I think in a way it is a good thing actually.